is start with the breath. Everybody place their left hand on your lower belly, right hand on your chest. Okay, and as you breathe in, be aware of where the breath moves. When you exhale, let the breath come out the mouth naturally. You may have to force it a little bit at first. And same with the inhale. You may have to initiate the inhale through the nose, but try not to force the breath. Welcome, welcome. And just let the breath come in as you breathe in. Pay attention still to your feet, what you're connected to on the floor. Pay attention to what your head is connecting with. It's actually the top of the ceiling here, but beyond the ceiling, your head is like the top of a tree. It wants to grow towards the sun. And the only reason why trees start to do this and grow that way is if their foundation is not properly straight, right? But us, we got our feet flat on the ground. So we want to learn to breathe, relax the body, and stand upright. Okay, one more time. Great job. Drop the hands. Take a natural breath. Okay, this can help give you clarity, wake you up, and bring your mind back to your body instead of let your mind travel to other dimensions. All right, now next, place your hands on your ribs. This is for your central nervous system, okay? The last breath we did was for the parasympathetic nervous system, and that's for healing, grounding, centering, relaxing, digestion. This one here, we expand the rib cage now as you breathe in, okay? So inhale through the nose. Feel the ribs expand into the hands. And exhale long. Repeat. And another breath. Remember, don't get stuck in thinking or feeling too much. Pay attention to your five senses. And last one. Excellent job. Relax the shoulders. Drop the hands. And you may hear me breathing loudly. It's not because I'm trying to be annoying. It's because audible breathing in class is welcomed. And it does help train the body and mind to do it naturally. All right. So if you can hear other people breathing, it's okay. If you hear yourself breathing or other people can hear you, that's fine. All right. Try again for the parasympathetic nervous system. Relax the shoulders, the chest, the joints in the arms and the legs and the hips, and let the belly expand as you inhale. It's good. Feel your feet. Allow the top of your head to rise up towards the sun. But keep your chin in. Don't let it poke out. Good job. Last breath. Take one more inhale and relax the shoulders. All right. Way to wake it up, guys. Your whole body's connected again. Walk around a bit. Feel the ground beneath you. Walk straight. And we're going to learn to align our breathing and movement together so that one isn't separate from the other. Okay. You know, runners, when they get cramped, it's because they're not getting sufficient amount of oxygen for the amount of energy they need to output. And so we tend to not maybe sprint all day, every day, but our mind does. And so that deprives us of oxygen as well. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and start moving. So the first style of movement we're going to do is called the Taichi loosening exercises. With your feet about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, pelvic bone slightly tucked forward, shoulders up, back, and down. So you can see my spine normally would be like this right here in the back, but I need to take this bone here and poke it forward just about a half inch. This will make my spine fit into my coccyx straight. And when not everyone's going to be perfectly straight, especially females, they have a slightly larger curve there. But the closer you get is going to be good for your Tai Chi posture. Okay. Now, with your elbows out, palms hanging, okay, we're going to hold this posture for just a moment. Take a few deep breaths and feel the tension in your lower belly. Chinese believe there's a special point in our center of our body, our nucleus, and it's actually right in front of where our nucleus would be. It's called the dantian, and this point is simply the point that allows breath, blood, and energy to accumulate without any negative side effects. Actually, it's like a reservoir. They call it chi reservoir. Chi is basically bioelectricity or energy. All right, now inhale, and we're going to bring our hands up. This was a little tough. As you exhale, you're going to turn the hips and bend the knees at the same time while relaxing the shoulders. Okay? Inhale, come up and turn, drop, and bend. Good. Come up, inhale, exhale, drop the hands. Inhale, drop everything, turn. Good. Inhale, let the hands tap the body, one on the corner of the chest, inhale, and the other in the back where the kidneys are. Now, the kidneys are a bit higher than you might think. Okay, not your lumbar, but the kidney, and the back of the hand can touch it without, crossing your spine or hitting it too hard. Exhale, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. This one took me like 10 times before I could actually understand what I was doing. Exhale. You guys are doing a great job. You have good awareness of your bodies. Inhale up. When I first started, horrible. Y'all look great. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last two. And inhale up, and then just drop your hands. Great job. Take a couple deep breaths. Check your feet. Maybe they're out or in. Make sure they're straight. About shoulder width apart. Directly under your shoulders as close as you can get. And take a couple deep breaths. Attention in your lower belly. Remember, where your mind goes, energy what? Yeah. So it's good to be aware of your five senses and put a little attention in your dantian or lower belly, about 1.5 inches below the belly button. Great job. All right, next one. This is kind of tricky. So first, let's move the arms, okay? So your arms will be guided by the hands. As your hands come up, okay, you breathe in. And then when you start exhaling, it's going to be a long, slow exhale. Your arms are going to cross and alternate. The hands guide the movement of the arms. If you can relax your shoulders, you'll have less tension and the movement will be a lot more fluid. Now, let's check out the lower body. Okay, your lower body is going to look like this. I'll turn to the side so you can see the little increments I'm doing. So I'm going to try not to bounce and just slowly, okay, go down. And then when you start inhaling, slowly start rising up. Okay, what most people tend to do when they start coming up is they'll go down real slow. But then as soon as they can breathe in, that inhale will be such a muscular pull. They'll and it's so short, they kind of bounce up, which is not bad because at least you're matching your breath. But I want you to try your best to let that inhale come in more naturally and slowly rise up. Okay, does that make sense? Easy, right? All right, here we go. After like 10, you'll be like, wow, he's burned. All right, ready? Inhale up. Nice. Okay, exhale and hands and legs. Micro bends with the knees. Palms or hands are guiding the movement of the arms. slowly lowering the body. Good job. And inhale to come up. Ready? Slowly. Nice job. A lot of tension in the shoulders because in the morning we have the most cortisol. Exhale down. Unless you start pounding Monster energy drinks or coffee, then you get a lot too. But usually when we sleep, we wake up with the most cortisol you'll have all day. Good. Inhale up slowly. Exhale down. Relax the shoulders. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. If you can't match my length of breath, it's okay to hold it just for a little bit. So you can get a feel for how long you'd like to go. You can go 3 to 4 seconds. That's the ideal way. Exhaling can be a little longer because we tend to have tension that we hold on to in the body that we don't necessarily need. So you can exhale longer because it does help release tension. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Ooh. Inhale up. Two more. Like, why are my arms so tired? Not even lifting anything. Exhale down. You notice you're more rigid, less fluid. Friction, right? Inhale up. We experience this all day. It's just marginalized. So we never have to do this kind of stuff. Exhale down. Woo. Good. Inhale up. Good posture, guys. Way to stay upright. Top of the head lifting towards the ceiling. Feet pushing through the ground to extend your body up. And exhale, drop it. Whew. Catch your breath. 3 to 4 deep breaths, 3 to 4 seconds in, 3 to 4 seconds out. I always put my hands on my hips, you'll see, just so that I can be more aware of the tension in my shoulders. I used to be a big weightlifter like 20 years ago, and so I wasn't aware of the tension. I still tend to hold on to more tension than I necessarily need. And when your hands on your hips, you can actually, oh wow, something's here, it's tight, I don't need that. And let the breath get there, and it will help to relax it. Okay. Remember, wherever your awareness is, your breath, your blood, and your chi flow. Sometimes too much. If you ever have a pain or a little knot or a problem, you start poking at it, you're actually putting more energy than's necessary, and it could cause more pain later. Maybe in the moment it feels great, but then later, oh gosh, it gets tighter. Great job. Grab some water, guys. Good work so far. I think I got water in the banana bag. Hey, welcome. You want to join Taichi? Yeah. Yes. Yoga would be, so I teach pranayama and yoga also, but it'd be in the room down there. So if you turn around where the staircase is, first door on the right. Okay, great. What's your name? Kavya, I'm Reza. Nice to meet you. All right. Whenever y'all are ready, we'll try the next one. Next one's actually a lot easier and more fun, less stressful, but it does do a similar kind of thing. It's just different types of motions. So your hips are going to cause your shoulders to move. Everyone try that real quick. Rotate the hips and notice how your shoulder turns. Relax your arms, and you'll notice if they're like noodles, they'll just flop. All right, so what we're going to do here is add a little bounce. Okay, so it looks like this. From the knees bent. Nice. Good. Let one hand come forward and one hand go back. Good. If you can, don't let your hands go too high. Maybe stop it about your chest or shoulders. And the key here is to breathe and let the shoulders relax. Let the feet propel the hips, and the hips cause the shoulder to move. And if the shoulders are relaxed, then we got something called a kinetic chain going here. We teach that in boxing too, but it allows the energy and blood and breath to flow to your hands, and it can become almost effortless. Great job, guys. And again, if you can, keep the top of your head going towards the ceiling. Good. And let that breath come out. Good. Slow it down just a little bit now. Keep that breath continuous. Long. Relax the wrist. Relax the elbows. Relax the ankles and knees. Uh-oh. It's like last time. How is this causing tension? Good. And slowly stop. Okay. Now take some deep breaths. Relax the tension. Let it go. It's okay to be aware of the tension, but to play with it only aggravates it more. I used to do these foam rollers all the time. Not saying you shouldn't, but for some reason I was doing too much mentally while I was using the foam rollers, and it was only putting more tension into my piriformis, which was causing sciatica to become worse. And I was only 20. And I've had to live with that for a long time. Now I don't have sciatica anymore. But when I was, and they say it's incurable, but when I was young, it was so bad. And again, if you can learn to let go on a deeper level, your body can heal things. Okay. But as long as you keep poking problems, you get problems become bigger. So like chiropractic work is good and massage therapy is good because you don't have to think. If you do start thinking, it can be not so good either. I did all that too. What you focus on is what you get. Where your mind goes, what? Yeah, energy flows. You guys are gonna remember that by the end of class. Don't want to feed problems. We want to feed solutions. All right, go ahead and pump your knees, loosen your legs, shake out your wrists, elbows, shoulders. Keep that spine upright. Okay, great job, guys. Now, next thing we're gonna do is gonna teach us the Taichi rollback and the Taichi press. But we're just gonna get the lower body working properly, keeping the upper body stacked on top of the lower body. So, yeah, from the side, I'll show you first, then you guys can copy. So you want your feet kind of staggered, a little space between your feet, one back and turn slightly out. so you have better balance. Front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. As you inhale, you're going to kind of roll back from the front to the back. But your spine, you want to just keep straight and move your hips backwards in a straight line, as straight as possible. Then on the exhale, we're going to press our hips forward using the lower body back to the stance we had in the beginning. Again, front knee bent. It's like a relaxed lunge, not too hard, but try to straighten out the back leg. Okay, inhale, roll back. You guys can join in if you like. Make sure your hips are straight, shoulders are square, looking straight ahead. And as you exhale forward, push through the back heel and the front foot kind of pulling you forward. So it's like a push-pull mechanism happening, right? The front is pushing back as the back is kind of pulling you backwards. And then as you go forward, the front foot is pulling you forward, your spine, that is, and the back foot is pushing you forward. Okay, that's yin and yang. Good. Inhale. Not to be confused with the yin and yang energies in the body. We have two, masculine and feminine. Everybody's got it. Exhale. Positive and negative, not good or bad. Good. Inhale back. It's funny because most yin and yang in the body is separate as we age, but it can come together. When they merge, you experience natural healing. Exhale forward. Great job. Inhale back. Straight spine and pivot. Turn the other way. Pick your foot up. Step so your balance is good. Good. And exhale. Inhale back. Nice. Exhale forward. Inhale back. There's many ways to do Tai Chi. If you don't feel like lifting your feet up while you do the push, press, or roll back, you don't have to. Exhale to come forward. Make sure your hips and shoulders are square with the direction you're facing. Inhale back. Good. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Now, the reason we go so slow is to let the breath and body connect. At the same time, you can learn more about relaxing because there's parts of the body that are unnecessarily getting tight and tense. But unless you're moving slow or standing still, you're unaware of it. So as you move, relax. Inhale. It's like every step of the way, you're relaxing, letting go, relaxing. Good. Exhale forward. And inhale, straight body. Okay. And you can turn back again. We'll go the other way. This time, when we go the other direction, we're going to pick a foot up. So our front foot will start in the front, and as we drive it back in, we want our spine to move back in a straight line while the front toe kind of drags in. Now I'm pushing a little hard to show you guys. If I move with breath, I'll be a little more relaxed. But try to relax, 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 relax as you move. And then on the exhale, you can step out, heel toe. And again, keep the hips square. Don't let your body turn in. Keep them straight ahead. Driving the back heel backwards, front knee forward, while the top of the head continues to reach towards the sun. Okay, ready? Let's go. Inhale. Again, you can pull the toes in. Toes face down a bit. Good. Exhale, step out, heel first. Straighten out the back leg by pushing through the floor. Front knee bends and pulls the body forward. Good. Inhale back. Exhale forward. And if you want to check out your spine every now and then, you can. See if it's upright or leaning forward a bit. You want to generally keep your shoulders stacked on top of your hips. Inhale back. Good. Step out. Exhale forward. Back foot pushing through the floor. Good. Last one. Inhale back. And exhale forward. See how these subtle movements can improve strength, also stability, balance, flexibility. All works in this movement. Great job. And relax. Switch sides. It's so subtle, right? We're barely moving. You're like, hey, I feel little intricacies. Okay, front knee bent. Again, remember, we're going to pull the front toes back as we push through the floor with our back leg, keeping the spine upright, shoulders and hips square. Inhale, start bending the back leg. And let's drag the toe in. Good. On the exhale, step out and push through the floor to straighten out the spine and the back leg. Good. Inhale back. Keep the top of the head reaching towards the ceiling while the chin stays stuck parallel with the floor. Step out, exhale. Good. Push the back heel through the floor more. That's it. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, step out and press. Last one. Inhale slowly. Nice. And exhale, press forward. Nice job. Breathe and turn. All right, walk it out. Grab some water too, if you like. Taichi is like riding a bike. Even if you don't practice for weeks, months, years, you just jump back on it and start pedaling, and you actually see that you're getting better somehow. It's funny because once you start developing these kind of mind body practices, your body never stops. The mind never stops, even if you stop. But getting right back into it, you'll see improvements happen faster, of course. The more you practice, the better you get. But little breaks here and there are good. All right, now, next thing we're going to do is just move the hands, okay? The legs can make micro extensions and bends, but not too much. The hands are going to come up and out like a circular motion. And we're going to cup them slightly and bring them together right at the top of the head and bring them down as we exhale. Okay, let's try it again. Inhale, palms open. Good. Exhale down. Okay, keep the palms facing the body this time. Inhale and bring them out. Nice job. Together and exhale. Well done. Now slightly slanted, bring them out. Inhale And as the palms reach our eyes, open up the hands like a book, and then close it and open it to the floor. Start to bend, drop all the way down, and let the hands drop. Good. Now we're going to rock the body back and forth. So if you can see me here, I'm going to rock forward and back with my hips. I'm going to let my arms dangle so it looks like my hands are paintbrushes painting the floor. The movement of the hips moves the shoulders. That's good. Now, Harlem, shake it down. Relax the shoulders, shake it out. Good. Rotate the hips left and right and let the palm and back of the hands tap the shin and the calves. Again, the hips cause the movement of the shoulders, and you don't have to even try to move the hands. Great job. Come to a stop and shake it out. Next, inhale. Slowly raise up from the lowest vertebrae in the spine and let each vertebrae stack into each other one by one till you get to the shoulders. Then bring the shoulders back and down. Keep the chin in while the top of the head lifts up. Very good. Try one more time. Ready? Inhale. Nice job. Exhale. Palms face the body. Inhale. Exhale. Doing a great job, you guys. And then slant the palms out slightly. Inhale, like 45-degree angles, making a little circle. And when the hands reach the eyes, open it like a book. Close the book and open it reverse towards the floor. Bend at the hips like a forward fold. Let the hands drop and dangle. Relax the shoulders and start rocking the hips forward and back. Chin to the chest and relax the neck and shoulders. Great job. Shake it out. And let's rotate left to right now with the hips. Keep breathing if you can. I know it's kind of tough. In the nose, out the mouth, if possible. Nice job. And come to a complete stop. Shake it out. And again, one vertebra at a time. Let's rise up. Inhale up. Shoulders back and down once you reach the top. And straighten out the head. Take a breath. You may get a little lightheaded. Just breathe your way back to normalcy. If you ever get lightheaded from breathing real well or going upside down or something, whew, just pay more attention to your senses and breathe sharper, and you'll feel reset, renewed pretty quickly. And go ahead and walk it out. Also, grab a sip of water if you like. Try to be better about water breaks this year. Last year, I used to make students go like the whole class. Well, I didn't make you guys, but I wouldn't say anything. And despite what they say, it is good to sip water constantly. I know a lot of gurus are like, no, 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 only drink when you're thirsty. Yes, but also if you got water near you, keep drinking. We need to keep hydrating. And of course, you got to get the good minerals you can. from food, vegetables and fruits and meats and cheeses if you like all that. But got to get minerals too. Otherwise, the water we drink doesn't do too much. All right, now let's do some qigong. Elbows out, palms facing up, feet shoulder width apart and parallel with each other. Good. Knees slightly bent. Actually, before we start, drop your hands. Let's do a quick alignment and balance check. Okay. With your feet, I want you to go outwards, then inwards, and then up on the toes, and then back on the heels. Take the pelvic bone, tuck it forward. Shoulders, bring them up, back, and down. Good. Chin stays slightly in while the top of the head lifts up, elongates the neck. Okay, now you're upright. Let's do some Qigong. Palms up, elbows out, and ball slightly away from the body, not too far. Knees start out bent. As you inhale, push your feet through the floor. Relax the elbows, wrists, forearms, and shoulders. Let the palms float up to your chest. On the exhale, make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Flip the palms and let the feet pull the upper body down while the spine stays upright. Great job. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Micro bends in the knees. Very good. Some of y'all caught on. And inhale, up. Actually, look like everybody did it. And exhale, down. Relax the shoulders. Try not to go faster than your breath. We can generally exhale more than we inhale. So keep that in mind. Up and down. And a great job, everybody. All the breath out. There it is. Inhale. You don't have to force it, but let it all out. And exhale. Good. Move with the breath. That's key. Great job. Inhale. And feel your heels of your feet. Exhale. Keep that balance there, not just at the balls of the feet. Last one. Inhale. Be aware of your toes, how they help support you. And exhale. Legs first, if you can. Remember, breath first, then the legs, then the upper body. Okay, go ahead and shake it out. You might have a little tension. You need to kick it out or shake it out. Although we're not moving a lot, we are creating tension because when we move, we use energy. And when we use energy and our breathing's not connected, I'm sure yours isn't yet connected, but then we get a byproduct called cortisol, which the cells release into the bloodstream, especially in the areas where the oxygen is not getting. So if you're used to running or lifting or leg pressing and stuff, then what happens is tension starts to build up and it becomes normalcy for you. But as you get older, you don't want all that. So we want to learn to let things go instead of keep accumulating and holding on. All right. Let's try the next movement. Elbows out, palms up. Renew yourself within each breath. Okay. Within each moment. As you read something that's good for you, renew yourself. Don't be like, oh, I know what that is. Yeah. I've read that before. No, be curious like a child. Every time you read something or watch, inhale, come up, relax the shoulders. Exhale, press the hands out in a slightly circular motion going forward and down. Good. Try to follow the breath. Let the lower body go first. Elbows out, palms up. Inhale, pushing the feet through the floor. Nice. And exhale. You may notice tension in the shoulders. Relax it. Elbows out, palms up. Inhale. Extend the legs as the palms rise up. And exhale, bend, micro bends in the knees as the hands extend out, forward and down. Good. I'll turn to the side so you guys can see. Inhale to come up. And as you exhale, legs first. Arms extend out and down. Good. Again. Inhale, elbows out. Exhale, palms out. And relax the shoulders. Nice job. Go ahead and move a bit. Shake it out. All right. Next, we're going to come all the way up. So as you rise up, your palms can come to the chest. At the chest, you notice what happens? Tension, right? In the shoulders. You don't need that. Flip the palms, extend the palms up, and you can extend up with less tension, right? And again, that's the goal in Tai Chi, to keep letting go of tension, pressure, so that blood, breath, and chi can flow. Because where the tension is, energy is restricted, and blood flow gets more restricted. All right, ready? We need proper levels of tension and relaxation, not too much tension, not enough relaxation. Knees bent, pelvis slightly forward. Oh, you know what? Realign the feet first. Ready? So again, take the feet, go out, in, forward, back. Good. Pelvic bone. Let's push it forward. Shoulders come up, back, down. Chin's in while the top of the head raises up. Look straight ahead. All right. Elbows out, palms up, knees bent. And inhale, bring the hands up. Legs extend at the chest, flip the palms. Good. As you exhale, gradually bend the knees and let the hands part. Nice job. Very good, you guys. Wow. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Legs help the arms move, even if it's micro bends. That's what we're looking for. Hold that ball in front of you and inhale up. Exhale, out and down. Legs bending little by little. Nice job. Inhale up. Exhale down. Ooh. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Let's stay right where you are and reverse. So now with the ball in front, we're going to inhale, bring the palms out and up. Big ball over the head. And let's relax the shoulders. Exhale. Keep the palms on top. As the knees start to bend, pelvis stays tucked forward, top of the head stays lifting up, but the arms descend. Hands guide the movement after the breath and lower body. Inhale, extend from the legs. That'll propel the arms up. Good. Exhale, feel the feet pulling the hands down with the rest of the spine. Great job, you guys. And inhale up. Extend the legs little by little. And exhale down. Those are all doing great. Let's try it again. Inhale up. Exhale down. Oof. Relax those shoulders and elbows, ankles, knees, and hips. Keep them loose. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Oof. Great job, you guys. Go ahead and take a breath. Exhale all the pressure out. Shake it out, kick it out. Good. Grab a little sip of water too if you like. All right. Now we got a few more. These are called swimming through the clouds. So as your hands extend forward, your knees bend and you can fold forward at the hips. And then on the exhale, you're going to swim your way back up. Okay, like you're in the water, but this is in the clouds. All right, ready? It's enough resistance in the air that you can actually build muscle very fine, but you'll start to see that you're building more suppleness too. Because the better our energy flows out to the skin surface, actually, the younger the skin starts to look and feel on the outside. Most of the Tai Chi masters that practice, for 20 years, 30 years, they achieve this thing called where the skin becomes soft and hard at the same time. So it's soft like cotton, but hard as steel. That's the goal, to have yin and yang come together instead of be separate. So you'll see that, there's a lot of benefits to Tai Chi. All right, now knees bent, elbows back, shoulders back. And as you inhale, come forward with the hands and bend at the hips. Exhale, swim up, feel your feet pushing up the rest of your body. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate the wrists. Good. Inhale. Dive forward. Exhale. Swim up. Good. And rotate the palms and wrists. Again, inhale. Exhale. Nice. Relax the shoulders. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Great job. Take a deep breath. Don't move yet, though. Relax the body. Exhale and move. Reverse. Like butterfly in the water, but through the clouds. Whew. On the inhale, flip the palms and pull the elbows in as you rise up. So palms face up, shoulders back and down. Exhale to begin. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Bring the elbows in and back. Exhale down and out. Whew. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale. And come on up. Nice job. Exhale, relax. Whew. Good. Take a deep breath, kick it out. Shake it out too. All right. Really good job, you guys. Now, next thing I want you to try is a standing meditation. Okay, we're going to go through a few of them and you'll notice large accumulation of energy, which you may not associate as energy. You'll just say, "Oh man, I'm getting tense or tight," but actually that's energy building up, and maybe your wires just aren't wide enough to handle that wattage. But eventually, the more you practice, the thicker your cables become. Your nerves actually get more strong, elastic, and durable. But this only happens through this refinement process called standing meditations and of course, moving the chi later through Tai Chi and Qigong. All right, so we just moved the chi, so you should be able to hold it a lot longer than if I told you, let's start with this. All right, here we go. The goal is to not have too much tension and hold this posture. So your palms are slightly few inches away from the body, elbows are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed, feet shoulder width apart, parallel with each other, knees slightly bent, pelvic bones slightly tucked forward. Okay, good. That's good. And again, you want your shoulders to relax more and more as you hold the posture. And check your spine. Make sure you're not leaning back too much or hunching forward. Again, just a slight tuck in the pelvic bone. Shoulders are back and down. Elbows are out. Top of the head is lifting up towards the ceiling. And if you want to put your awareness somewhere because you're thinking too much, just put your awareness in your lower belly. And it'll be very beneficial for later. Again, one of the safest places for energy to accumulate without negative side effects is what the Chinese call the dantian. I like to say your nucleus, although it's a little further away from your exact nucleus. Good. Relax the shoulders. Let the arms kind of hang by your sides while the elbows stay slightly bent. And when you start to feel twitching or moving happening, that's chi moving. Bioelectricity. But if you can, try to keep it all still and let the internal movement happen. Your breathing moves breath, blood, and chi inside the body. So you don't physically have to move for energy to be moving. Even at a fast rate, it can move fast on the inside by standing still. We don't want it too fast. That'll heat you up too much and create too much tension. Keep letting go, relaxing, releasing pressure. All right, let's try the next one. Bring the palms up. Face the palms towards the chest. Keep the elbows out, hands in front like a ball you're holding, like a big beach ball. And keep your knees slightly bent, pelvis slightly forward, top of the head still raising up towards the ceiling. But relax the neck and shoulders more and more. If you can't feel your lower belly, relax your diaphragm and chest. Relax your knees and ankles. Feel more weight on the heels of your feet than the balls. It's good to distribute it evenly, but a lot of us are on the balls more often than we need to. The tension in the lower belly. Don't let the chin get away from the neck. Time to time, you can use just the nose to exhale is fine too. And to let your ball fall, keep it right at the chest height. All right. That one's tough, huh? Drop your hands, elbows out by the side once again, arms hanging, shoulders back and down. Keep your hips slightly forward. Chin in while the top of the head lifts up. Remember to look straight. Right at eye level. I want to keep the chin parallel with the floor, not too far down or in, even with the floor. Yep, good. All right, last one. Put the back of your hands touching. We're gonna move some chi again. Ready? Inhale, bring a hand up. Pick one, anyone. Flip it. And as you exhale, bring it down and out. Knees bend little by little. Switch, other side. Ready? Inhale, flip the palm. Legs first, exhale. Good. Inhale, flip the palm about the chest height. Exhale. Good. If you can, try to keep the wrists as straight as possible. Inhale. I'm sure here it's not straight, but as you extend and come down, relax the shoulder. Let the legs pull the upper body down. Excellent job. Inhale up. Extend the legs. Exhale down. Bend the legs. Micro bends. Good. Other side one time. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job. And let's bring both hands up. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay to swallow your saliva from time to time. It's actually healthy. Exhale. I usually do it at the end of the exhale so you don't also take in air into your stomach. That can cause a lot of I forget what the word is, but it's like in starts with the I, but it can cause too much gas in the belly if you drink things on a full stomach. What'd you say? Kind of. It's indigestion, yes, but there's another word for the exact thing when are swallowing too much air. It does cause indigestion though. And last one. A lot of people do it while they eat, when they eat so fast, or while they drink, because they breathe and drink at the same time, or eat and swallow while they're breathing, or inhaling through their mouths. Reverse. Relax the shoulders. Good. Exhale. Those are awesome. Let's try two more. Did a great job today, everybody. And exhale down. Only movements like these, only like 10,000 more times, and you'll start to feel chi. Some of y'all can already feel it, but for yin and yang to merge, it takes 10,000 times practice. Last one. We did like 50 at least today, so you're on your way. All right. Great job, you guys. I will see you next time. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you again for working out with me, and I'll see you again soon. Great job, y'all. You're welcome. Oh, and I got enough banana. Wow, I brought seven exactly. If you want a whole banana, you can take one. If you want to share